This is Unit 11, Lesson 3, and today we're going to learn how to write sequence formulas. Given the arithmetic and geometric formulas, the directions are going to say to write the explicit formula for a sub n, the nth term of the sequence. So in the last section, we learned how to find specific terms, like the 52nd term or the 82nd term, whatever the n number was. We could use the arithmetic or the geometric formula to find a specific term. Now, instead of asking for a specific term, they're going to ask us to write the formula to find any term number. And to do that, we still use the same arithmetic and geometric formulas. So the directions in this section are: write the explicit formula for a sub n, the nth term of the sequence. So if we're looking for the formula to get a specific term within that sequence, first we have to decide, is it arithmetic or geometric? And then second, we have to plug the information we've been given into the formula and write a formula for finding the nth term or any term number. Now, first of all, looking at this, I've got 16, 8. So I could say, okay, I'm subtracting 8. So 8 minus 8 would be 0, not 4. So we know it's not arithmetic. 16 and 8, let's see, 8 over 16 would give me 1/2. So I know my R value for that sequence is 1/2. So R is 1/2. I know it's geometric. If it's geometric, I use the geometric formula. A sub n equals a sub 1 times r to the n minus 1. Now, the important thing you need to understand for this is we will never substitute for n if we're finding the formula. We will always have n left in our equation. Okay, so we're finding a formula for a sub n, and to do that, we have to plug in for everything that we know. So a sub n, we don't know what n is. We don't know what term they want us to find. We're finding the formula to be able to find any n term. So a sub n equals a sub 1. A sub 1 is still the first term. That would be 16 here. R is our common ratio, which is 1/2. And remember, we're finding the formula for the nth term. If we're finding the formula for the nth term, we do not ever replace n. N will be in our formula. Okay, so we've got a sub n equals 16 times 1/2 to the n minus 1. This is the formula for finding any term that we would like to find. So if I wanted to find the 100th term, I could plug 100 in for n. Finding the formula allows us to find any nth term for any sequence. All right, and the next one. We've got 10, 13, 16. First I have to decide, is it arithmetic or geometric? Well, let's try arithmetic first. 10 plus 3 would give us 13. 13 plus 3 gives us 16. So yes, it looks like it's arithmetic. So that means D is going to be 3, our common difference. We're adding 3 each time. When we have determined that it's arithmetic, we know we're going to use the arithmetic formula. So we're using a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. Remember, we're finding the formula for this, so we're never going to replace the n values. So a sub n, to find the formula for any nth term, I'm going to now plug in what I know. A sub 1 is 10. We never replace n if we're finding a formula, and then we've got a 3 on the outside. Now, for arithmetic formulas, you're going to be able to simplify, and they're going to be looking for the simplified form. So I'm going to simplify that. I'm going to distribute the 3, and then I'm going to rewrite it in descending order. So 3n plus 7. This formula will allow us to find any term in the sequence. So if I want to find the 100th term, I would plug 100 in for n, and I'll get the 100th term, in this case 307. So this formula that we've just generated will allow us to find any term number that we're looking for any arithmetic or geometric sequence. In this example, they want us to find or write an explicit formula for a sub n. I have to determine if it's arithmetic or geometric. Looking at this, 2 minus 8 would give us -6. -6 minus 8 would give us -14. So we know it's not arithmetic. So it has to be geometric. So I'm going to take a term, -6, and divide by its previous term. So -6 divided by 2 is -3. So our R value is -3. And we can check that. Is -6 times -3 18? It is. So we know we've got the right R value. I'm going to use the geometric formula. A sub n equals a sub 1 times R to the n minus 1. And then I'm going to plug in for everything that I know. I'm going to leave it a sub n. A sub 1 is 2, R is -3, n minus 1 stays in the formula. Remember, when we're finding the formula, we do not replace n. So there's my formula for finding the numbered term of any term in the sequence. So if I ask you to find the 10th term, all I have to do is plug a 10 in for n, and we'll be able to find the 10th term. In the next one, is it arithmetic or geometric? Well, to go from 7 to 2, I'm subtracting 5. 2 minus 5 is -3. -3 minus 5 is -8, so it is arithmetic. So that means my D value is a -5 because we subtracted to get to the next number. And we're going to use the arithmetic formula, a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d, and I'm going to plug in for everything that I know except the n value. So I've got a sub n equals a sub 1 is 7. We don't know n, they haven't given us a specific term to find, and d is -5. I'm going to simplify that by distributing the -5